On the news, Plateau State attack death toll hits over 115. Senate leader says economic saboteurs will be stamped out, beg Nigerians to trust President Tinubu. APC and PDP releases timetable for by-elections. It's a pleasure to have you join us in News Now on TV360 Nigeria. I'm Tamilore Akinkolye. We begin the news on a tragic note as the death toll from the recent coordinated attack on Plateau State has surged to over 115, as confirmed by Governor Caleb Mutfwang. Speaking after the attack, Governor Mutfwang expressed grief over the unprovoked assault on more than 15 communities in Bokos and Bakin Ladi local government areas on Christmas Eve. The assailant, armed with guns, wrought havoc by setting houses ablaze, looting farm produce, and claiming the lives of residents. Governor Mutfwang criticized the response time of security agents, particularly the Nigerian army, urging a more prompt intervention. The governor also condemned what he termed the lack of political will by the federal government to address long-standing issues, revealing that marauding terrorists have occupied schools in Bakin Ladi for 5 years without being dislodged, contributing to the escalating crisis in Plateau State. And soaring prices of goods and services, scarcity and epileptic power supply are some of the challenges Nigerians are facing this season, which could mar what could be memorable festive period. Although the government has offered some palliative to cushion the effect of the harsh economy on the people, the citizens still desire more to make it a Merry Christmas celebration. Correspondent Comfort Samuel, who visited some markets and motor parks, completes the story.
Christmas is typically a high-volume sales season as people make last-minute shopping, giving business owners the opportunity to make big sales. This season, there is a lull in sales of goods and services as seen by low market patronage, as the purchasing power of the people is eroded by inflation, which has made the prices of food especially go beyond the reach of many. Latest data from the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) shows that Nigeria's inflation rate increased for the 11th consecutive time in 2023 alone. Traders at the famous Mile 12 and Ojota markets expressed their dilemma.
Before Christmas, we usually buy bags of carrots from the north for around 20,000 to 18,000 naira. But now we buy 30,000, 40,000 and above. Previously, we sold carrots per bag at 4,000 to 5,000 naira. But so far, this is the worst year ever. A bag was transported at between 4,000 naira to 5,000 naira, but now it's above 9,000 naira. Sales are also quite low this year, no thanks to the high cost of transport. But we hope things fall in place.
There is life, there is hope, there is one thing, but in the market no dey move at all. No dey move at all. Because if na last year better, because last 3 years, last 4 years is better more than this year. You see where you buy 10 naira today, if you come, it will be 300. You see where you buy 300 at this moment, if you enter, if you want to work, you go 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. Yeah, we where the sell market, we know they happy. Because everything is too expensive.
I can't even explain because things are very hard. Trying to buy something of almost 5,000 naira, you will not even see what you buy. You just say things are it's just very hard for me, especially this December time. Trying to come to the market to buy something is feeling so uncomfortable for me because of due to the price of the items I want to buy. I don't see it more valuable again. My money is not valuable for me again.
In the transport sector, citizens in the country decry skyrocketing prices for air and bus fares, which have risen significantly. A recent visit to the Lagos bus park at Ojota, we see passengers moving from one bus terminal to another seeking best deals.
I'm experiencing so many things, not only this Obiode Park. In other private park I went this morning, And I see that many of them, the transport have increased than before, like Benin. Going to Benin before, it's about 10,000, later 11,000. Like last week, they collected 13,000 plus. But today I'm standing now, going to that side now, maybe it's about Benin, almost 17,000 plus. So people are complaining bitterly.
The price is highly skyrocketed. The price is so much that average Nigeria will not be able to afford even the current price of flights within Nigeria. Even outside Nigeria, the price is just too much.
For those who have decided to cut costs by not traveling but sending food items to their loved ones in the village, they also paid heavily to transport the items.
What I came to send now, initially it used to be for 1,500. It used to be for 1,500, 2,000 naira, but coming now, I'm being charged 5,000 naira. And if I'm able to negotiate, if you have a good negotiating power, you negotiate maybe 4,000 or 3,000, which is really for them to accept. But at least the list is for you pay 4,000 naira, depending on how heavy your package you're sending is.
According to a recent report by the World Bank, an additional 24 million Nigerians have been plugged into poverty due to incessant rise in inflation. To ease the economic burden, President Bola Tinubu says his administration will continue to implement palliative measures for the most vulnerable, address current hardships and elevate the suffering of citizens. Comfort Samuel, TV 360 News, Lagos.
The All Progressive Congress APC has released its timetable and activities schedule for the upcoming February 3rd, 2024 by-elections. Signed by the party's National Organizing Secretary Sulaiman Arugungu, the timetable outlines key dates commencing with the sales of nomination and delegate form from December 27, 2023 to January 2nd, 2024, with primary elections scheduled for January 6, 2024. For aspirant Ain Senatorial Houses of Representative and State Assembly seat, the APC sets the price for expression of interest in nomination forms at 20 million, 10 million, and 2 million naira. Also, female aspirants and individuals with disabilities are only required to pay for expression of interest, with the nomination form being offered for free. Meanwhile, the PDP has established the pricing for the expression of interest and nomination forms at 3.5 million naira, 2.5 million naira, and 600,000 naira for Senate, House of Representatives, and House of Assembly categories. The Senate Majority Leader, Senator Okoyemi Bamidele, has affirmed that the federal government is committed to combating economic sabotage and ensuring the eradication of such activities. Speaking at a Christmas Day service in Inyekiti, Bamidele emphasized that securing a hold on oil industry is crucial for meaningful economic recovery. He asserted that individuals undermining the nation's economy will soon face legal consequences. In addition, he urged Nigerians not to doubt President Bola Tinubu's capability to rejuvenate the economy and restore Nigeria to its past status as the giant of Africa.
Nigerians are working so hard, but a lot of things are getting out of reach and out of their purchasing power. You know, these are some of the immediate effects of a very drastic economic decision, you know, policy and program taken by government. But the long-term effect of this is that by the grace of God, things will stabilize. There's no doubt in the fact that this administration is also going after saboteurs, especially those who are doing everything viciously possible to keep the dollar so high against our naira, and those who are even trying to make the naira unavailable to the people who even have their money in bank. It has gotten to a level where government has to go after saboteurs and punish people for sabotage. And all of this will happen in the new year. But we know that on the long run, those who are trying to mop up our naira, trying to mop up the dollar, buying this dollar to be sure that they are not available on the street so that prices can go up. Those who are speculating definitely are on the watch list of government, and at some point, government will have to go after them. But beyond that, and beside, there's hope, in the horizon. Government is going to be investing heavily in the area of agriculture. We're doing all we can to ensure that the gains of mineral development as a nation are beginning to be harvested. And of course, even at the level of crude oil sale, we are determined to also ensure that the daily production quota of 1.7 million barrels per day is sustained in the new year, and we do everything possible to ensure that we're able to also increase on that.
The issue of insecurity in Nigeria has become something of grave concern to all well-meaning Nigerians, most of whom continue to wonder how the country arrived at such a dastardly situation when no one is safe. As 2023 winds down, the security of lives and property is still a front burner as assailants are still on the prowl, creating sorrow, tears and blood in the wake of their attack all through the 6 geopolitical zones. Our correspondent Ogechukwu Ukekwe examines the security situation in the country in 2023 in this test report.
In the past 11 months, Nigeria has been in the grip of long-running trends of security challenges that have affected no fewer than 32 out of the 36 states in the country. The challenges of terrorism, insurgency, banditry, kidnapping, farmers' herders' crisis, ethnic agitation, and economic sabotage have continued to evolve in different natures and forms. This, however, has claimed thousands of lives and extensive damages and loss of property. A 2023 breakdown of the killing according to a 2023 Nigeria Security Report by Beacom Consulting, a security risk management and intelligence consulting company, revealed that in 2023, over 5,230 persons were affected. Through various operations, the military and other security agencies have stepped up efforts to make Nigeria safer for all. The military particularly deployed several kinetic to non-kinetic approaches to tackle the challenges. In August, a total of 36 officers and soldiers were killed in an ambush, followed by a helicopter crash in Niger, where 3 officers and 2 soldiers paid the supreme price in the Zungeri general area. There were also other air mishaps involving nav jets and helicopters within the air, which include the NAV Cessna Citation CJ-3, a maritime patrol aircraft. However, a major operational setback was recorded on December 3rd when a drone strike carried out by the Nigerian Army on Tudumbiri village in Kaduna State mistakenly hit the village, killing at least 88 civilians and leaving more than 70 injured.
Assessment of that unfortunate incident of Sunday the 3rd of December 2023 is that it's grave, it's regrettable. But we will do everything possible to prevent such an occurrence happening again in the conduct of our operations going forward.
Security expert Patrick Abambo compares the security operations of the former government with the current government, saying the former was better. He added that the nation has made progress in the area of combating insecurity, but more work needs to be done by the administration to address the situation.
There's already a platform to build upon. They may not be able to effect any improvement if they decided to dismantle whatever may have been achieved in the past. We must give it to the former government. Relatively, they tried. Nigerians had expected better in terms of security, but one thing about security is that security is very fluid. It's dynamic. So when you think that you have gotten it sorted out, it's erupting somewhere else, and another kind of insecurity comes up. So which keeps the security agencies on check constantly. So it's for them, I think that they will need to work harder.
The federal government has proposed 1.9 trillion for 11 security agencies and the Ministries of Defense and Interior in the 2024 budget. However, Abambo says there must be proper transparency and accountability in this regard.
When we hear big figures, or so it seems, actually this may not get to the security sector in reality. So I believe that more than the figure that is being brandished, I think that government has to improve on the disbursement level as against what we are having currently.
On his part, Dennis Amakri, security analyst, says that despite the nation's complex security situation, it constantly treats the symptoms rather than the cause, as insecurity in the nation will not go away until the root causes are addressed.
We all know the root causes, starting from Boko Haram, how it started, the banditry, how it started, kidnapping, how it started. And all these things are just the symptoms that we are trying to address without addressing the root causes. And until we address those root causes, I think security situations are here to stay with us for a very long time.
He goes on to say that the past service chiefs were more concerned with politics than security issues, and were not open and honest about handling them.
We have a new set of security chiefs, the service chiefs, and of course the security services are all doing their best. In fact, one significant thing I can tell you right now is that the level of collaboration, they are collaborating with each other, and I think we believe that that collaboration is what. And now that they are ready for it, doing things together, I think they will achieve more. And then, of course, as they are going ahead doing it, we are going to have better results.
He added that substantial budgetary allocations are good, but in order for the security agencies to be able to do their jobs, the necessary funding needs to be made available.
I am very impressed with the allocation for defense and security. That shows seriousness when it comes to the budget. But like I was mentioning before, I would like that money to be released to the security agencies because they will go.
Insecurity has a far-reaching impact on Nigeria's socio-economic well-being, especially at a time the country needs to earn more in order to get out of the current economic confusion. Farmers need to go back to the farm, more crude oil needs to be produced, and investment must be attracted only when there is peace and tranquility. Ogechukwu Ukekwe, TV360, Lagos.
We'll take a break here and news now will return shortly, but still to come, Ethiopia joins Ghana and Zambia as a default on its $1 billion bond. Details of the story right after this break. Welcome back. Here's a recap of our headline stories. The data from the recent coordinated attacks in Plateau State are sought to over 115, as confirmed by Governor Caleb Mutfwang. Speaking after the attack, Governor Mutfwang expressed grief over the unprovoked assault on more than 15 communities in Bokos and Bakin Ladi local government areas on Christmas Eve. Governor Mutfwang criticized the response time of security agents, particularly the Nigerian army, urging a prompt intervention. We also told you that the Senate Majority Leader, Senator Okoyemi Bamidele, has affirmed that the federal government is committed to combating economic sabotage and ensuring the eradication of such activity. Speaking at the Christmas Day service in Inyekiti, Bamidele emphasized that a secure hold on the oil industry is crucial for meaningful economic recovery. In addition, Senator Bamidele urged Nigerians not to doubt President Bola Tinubu's capability to rejuvenate the economy and restore Nigeria to its past status as the giant of Africa. And in case you missed any of the news bulletin, or for more updates, you can catch us on Lime's World TV or log on to our website on www.tv360nigeria.com. You can also follow us on our social media platforms on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at TV360 Nigeria, or download our mobile app on Google Play Store, Huawei App Gallery, and Apple Store. On Facebook, we're at TV360 Online. And in business, the chairman of Titan Trust Bank, Babatide Lemo, has been summoned by the Special CBN investigator Jim Obazie in connection with the acquisition of Union Bank of Nigeria PLC by TTB. Lemo, a former deputy governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, has been directed to appear at the Department of Force Intelligence in Abuja on Thursday for questioning. The summons follows the allegation made by Obazie in his report submitted to the presidency on December 20, 2023, that some individuals were used as proxies by the former CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele to establish Titan Trust Bank and acquire Union Bank. Obazie, appointed as a special investigator in July 2023, claims to have uncovered evidences that may lead to the forfeiture of both banks to the federal government. The World Bank has increased its disbursement to Nigeria for the National Social Safety Net Program scale-up from approximately $300 million to $350 million out of the total approved amount of $800 million. This recent disbursement of $15 million marks an increase within a month of previous allocation. The allocated funds are designated for specific purposes outlined in project, with $53 million allocated for strengthening the delivery system and project management. The increased disbursement reflects the ongoing commitment of the World Bank to support Nigeria's social safety net initiatives aimed at mitigating economic shocks and assisting those in need. And on the global scene, Ethiopia has joined Ghana and Zambia as the latest African nation to default after failing to make a $33 million interest payment on its $1 billion bond following the expiration of grace period on Monday. The Honor of African Nation was expected to pay a coupon of $33 million on December 11, but chose not to make the payment, saying that it intends to treat all creditors equally. A senior reform advisor at the Ministry of Finance, Injat Samai, confirmed on Monday that the payment had not been made and will not be made. This default adds Ethiopia to the growing list of African countries facing economic challenges and struggling to meet their financial obligations. And up next is Entertainment Report on News Now. In the realm of Nigerian showbiz, Christmas wasn't just a holiday, it was a star-studded extravaganza. The entertainment industry ignited with festive fervor as our beloved celebrities dazzled social media with glimpses into their Christmas celebrations. Taking center stage were Nollywood's dynamic duo Adeniyi Johnson and Seyi Edun, who lit up Instagram with their 20th inaugural Christmas bash with a family portrait that could melt even the Grinch's heart, clad in matching Christmas pajamas. And yes, they played the privacy card, cleverly obscuring the faces of their adorable twins. Names announced, blessings counted, the Johnson Edo clan set the tone for Yuletide joy. But wait, there's more, as Nollywood A-list stars Stan Eze and Adesoa Etomi flooded her feeds with festive snapshots in rocking coordinated black outfits and matching PJs captured alongside their son Zaya. And festive fever wasn't confined to the silver screens, as singer Mercy Chinwo, music maestro Jude Okoye, comedy sensation Real Worry Pikin, and the man of the moment businessman Obi Kubana each posted their own family-themed Christmas photos sprinkled with heartfelt greetings. A delightful peek into their personal lives, these images showcase that Christmas isn't just about glitz and glamour, but also about love, family, and coming together. That's it on the entertainment segment of News Now. Tamilore Akinkolie, TV360 Lagos. Finally, in sport, head coach of Guinea-Bissau's national football team, Bassirou Kande, has unveiled the final roster of 25 players set to represent the nation at the upcoming 2023 Africa Cup of Nations. Placed in Group A alongside Ivory Coast, Equatorial Guinea and Nigeria, the Guinea-Bissau will kick off their campaign against the host country on January 13, followed by clashes with Equatorial Guinea on the 18th and Nigeria Super Eagles in their third match. Coach Kande's selected lineup comprises 3 goalkeepers, 8 defenders, 7 midfielders and 7 attackers. The 2023 Africa Cup of Nations is set to commence on January 13 and will culminate in the final on February 11, 2024. And that wraps up our bulletin on News Now on TV360. I'm Tamilore Akinkolie. Bye for now.